right now because they changed their stuff. Oh, Restream want me to log in. Okay. Bear with me a second. Step one, log into Restream. Bow, 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 bow. Hope everybody's had a good week. Step one, before step one, is to get my headphones straight. All right. Let's see. What am I doing? Oh. All right. Let's see what YouTube looks like. You guys let me know if you're having any trouble with YouTube. They just changed the way they do stuff, but it looks to me like I'm live right now on YouTube. Okay. 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 I got some wired headphones. So that's one little thing. I was trying to get Bluetooth headphones to work. They worked, but they were just really terrible sounding. I like to listen to music. Hey, Eva, what's up? Spent a little bit of time before I got started before I started streaming tonight on the ship. Did a little bit of 3D stuff. Actually, let me close down ZBrush for now. Might fire it back up in a little bit. I was getting confused about the way the flags would look, or the sails would look in a sinking ship. It's really helpful to me to be able to, well, you know, I love doing 3D because it's just, I don't know. It's just really cool. Like I said before, I don't really love drawing, especially drawing like super technical. Not a fan of it. I like doing Hey Ethel, how's it going? How are y'all doing? I like doing like character design and drawing people and stuff like that. Oops. Oh my god. Everything's going wrong. I don't like doing perspective or a whole lot of like technical perspective stuff. It makes me feel like I'm doing something that can be done much easier in 3D. So I do that. So I wanted to work on this ship a little bit. Starting out all thumbs, as per usual. So I hope everybody had a good week. Tell me about it. What'd you do this week? Anything cool? We lost Justice Ginsburg this week. Yesterday, actually, that was pretty sad to hear. I really liked her a lot. There's a documentary about her, and that's really how I mean, I always kind of knew of her, but I learned a lot about her through the documentary, and she was a cool lady, man. She's a good lady. Did a lot of stuff. Yeah. It's kind of sad that, kind of sad to lose her. But I guess we could just remember all the stuff that she did. Yeah, she was cool. But what did you guys do this week? Did you catching up on any shows? Start any new hobbies? I don't know why I said hobbies like that in such a funky way. Gonna have to be adjusting these headphones a little bit. They feel like they're pulling out of my ears. I have little ear holes, guys. I know these colors kind of suck, but I'm gonna fix them. You guys are on episode 896 Dark Shadows, which is, let me say that's ridiculous. 896 episodes of a TV show. That's crazy. Is this, I don't know. Look it up. I mean, have you looked it up? Which TV show has ever had the most amount of episodes? That's got to be up there. Bet The Simpsons is up there too, but I know these. I keep wanting to call them flags. Sails. I'm gonna do some better fog in a little bit. I'm gonna do that better too. This whole thing's getting redid. Do that better. Do that better. Did I keep the original? No, I didn't. I'm such a spaz. Let's go back to the... Was on for years. Yeah, it must have been. I guess, I mean, this was a daily TV show, so... So that's kind of the look I want, except for I want it to be a little better. So this ship, one thing, let's get this dumb color I put in here under control a little bit. And then let's make it a little smaller. So I want it just a little bigger so I can bring the hull up here so it cuts his ear a little bit maybe. All right. Hey Mikey, what's going on, man? The theme this week. This is, I think, the third week I'm working on this painting. Yeah, this is week 3. So what we did was we used a random word generator a couple weeks ago, and the word lemurine came up, which is, as you probably know, means lemur-like. Like a lemur. I didn't know that we needed a word for that, but I'm happy it exists. So then I put it up to the chat, and the chat threw in a few more words. One of them, nautically, I think the word was. I keep forgetting the word. So that's where we are now. That's where we are. We've got a lemur, lemur-like creature, leaving a sinking ship, and with these paintings that kind of come out of nowhere, sometimes it takes a while to figure out what really is going on. I had a friend of mine get in touch with me this week and she's like asking me questions about the painting because she was watching the stream like late or whatever, and she was asking me questions, and I was like, I don't know. At this point, your guess is as good as mine. Sometimes this story takes a little bit. I know this guy's leaving the ship, and I actually thought about, I hate that color so much. I can't live with it. It doesn't matter at all, but I guess it kind of does. I'm going to suck all the color out of it, and I'm going to give it a little bit of blue. I had an idea to put in the captain's wheel, like right here, like he grabbed it off the ship, but I just don't know. It might take a little bit too much to get that into the composition. Because I think that captain's wheel thing on those old chips is just kind of cool. It would be fun to draw. What if we put it like right here? It would also be fun to model in 3D too, so maybe that's part of it. Model the captain's wheel, put it right here. Yeah, that might work. We'll see. A skull in the dinghy. Well, we've got some feet here. We've got the lemur. What do you think looks like a skull? This is a lemur, or a lemurine creature. So I'm going to pretend like I know that word. Or like I didn't just learn that word now. How's it been going, Mikey? How's it been going, everybody? Let's see. The new supernatural things in Dark Shadows. Okay, we've got an Dark Shadows update coming in. Spoilers for Dark Shadows. If you haven't seen it, you might want to mute for a minute because I'm going to be talking about Dark Shadows, the 1970s horror soap opera that looks like thousands of episodes. New supernatural things in the show: the doppelganger, and a painting that is holding the curse of a werewolf. That's pretty cool. That's kind of like Dorian Gray, she says. Yeah, Dorian Gray in the painting, but it's holding the curse of a werewolf. I'm going to have to start watching the show. It sounds really cool. A man that had his all-powerful hand, a gypsy chopped off his hands, and his hand is reunited with him after 100 years, right before he's going to die. Dang. Yeah, the feet. Maybe it's just because of that. I can see how you might, Mikey. I know I'm switching conversations here. Mikey said he saw a skull in here somewhere. I can see how probably just the light with the black is kind of like a contrast thing where you could, if it's real far away, you can see it. Cool. Well, thanks for the Dark Shadows update. I hope Dracula makes it. I'm kidding. Or no, I'm not kidding, but I'm just... I mean, it really does sound legitimately like a show I would probably get into. Got all the makings of a show I would watch. What's going on here? Why don't you let me do what I want? Get really confused by my layers sometimes. Not confused, just like, well, yeah, confused is probably a good word for it. These sails need to be way, way darker. Why are they so crappy looking? Put the captain wheel behind him. Yeah, maybe so. Dragging it behind him. I kind of like it. I think it might work right here. I'm not sure yet. I might just leave it out, you know. I tend to, sometimes I've got to make sure I'm not making this the painting that I paint for the rest of my life. If I'm not careful, if I don't keep myself in check, I'll keep adding shit to a painting until it's like, I guess this is just the painting I paint now forever. So we'll see when we get a little further along. I do like the idea. And I also like the idea of him dragging it behind him. Might be cool. I think maybe we might have enough of a story here. It's just like he's just leaving this sinking ship. All right, let's actually let's use this. Ethel wants to know if the lemurine you know what? I'm not going to repeat that because I am a polite person. I'm kidding. I'm not a polite person. I don't know. I don't know about the lemurs. Got a couple questions in the chat about the lemur's private parts, I think. Someone asked, I'm not going to say who, to protect their identity. Someone asked if the lemur has a little dinghy. Now, I didn't say that. Somebody in the chat said it. I didn't say it. Time will tell, I guess. Now this ship is going to be way off in the background, so it's the more I don't want to add too much detail to it. It's not a good move to do that, but I do need to get these sails out. Part of taking the detail out of something is getting rid of the contrast in it, because your eye is drawn to contrast. So these were helpful. These little spots, these three-dimensional spots were helpful for the rendering, but they don't make any sense now. For one thing, a sail is it's flat piece of cloth. Might make these look a little bit more like cloth. What does make sense is to maybe make these look a little more square, but keep the contrast low, because I could probably illustrate it. You guys know what I'm saying, though. The more contrast you put in something, that's why I keep trying to make these sails darker. More contrast you put in something, the more your eye's drawn to it. And this painting is not about this ship. It's the thing I want people to look at second. I want them to look at the lemur first and then back at the ship, kind of scan around the painting. What's bellowing? Is bellowing like laughing? I think so. Or maybe it's singing like, oh, like a opera guy. Are you guys singing opera? Why is this so saturated? Bellowing. Okay, bellowing is got ya. Yeah, wind catching the cloth. We'll do a little bit of that for sure. Actually, these might be on fire by the time it's over with. I wanted to make this ship on fire. We're smoking like it's smoldering. We put one hard edge in here like this. Why is this so green? What the hell? You know what? I think these poles are a little out of control here. I think they would probably almost disappear. From this distance, they probably almost like be like. Everything from that far back would be catching there's a lot of atmosphere in the air here. Hey, Kimberly. Thank you. Kimberly likes the sinking boat. Yeah, I think it'd be like, yeah, I think it'd be cool. Have a little bit of smoke and stuff. You know, I don't know if I like this anymore. I got to separate that. It would be well, actually, let me see if this will help when the time comes. Probably will. Yeah, that pulls it away from, adds a little bit of distance, definitely, between them. See, I'd like to, cool thing about like light is as you get atmospheric perspective is like as you get further away, you know that there's less contrast in something that you're looking at. And so it's like when you bump the contrast down on something and add fog and stuff. But the cool thing is that highlights still cut through. So like if I were to do some flames here, you could make them still like super bright. Actually, I mean, that's not like completely true. I think like, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of flames from far away. I do know that a light, like the light source it'll cut through the atmosphere more. I might be completely full of crap. But I don't think I am. I know highlights. Definitely cut through. Like if you're looking at a skyline from really far away, you can still see the glints of the highlights from the sun. That's what I'm trying to say. As I paint and do other things. all at once. All right, we'll work on that a little bit more later. I think that's good for the ship for a little while. I kind of want to see if this captain's wheel is going to work. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Actually, maybe I'll wait till another time for that. Right now, I'm going to throw away a bunch of layers that I'll probably regret later that I threw away, but them's the breaks. This is looking all right. I like the I think it's got a pretty good sense of atmosphere. I like that. Just trying to figure out what this little line is down here. Find the layer that this line is on. All right, there we go. I realize you guys can't really see what I'm doing when I'm down there, huh? You're not really missing anything. Thanks, Eva. All right. Let's look at marines. I read earlier today that lemurs stink. They smell bad. They smell weird to people. They've got glands somewhere close to their dinghies that make them good lemur smells, but to people they smell weird. So just wanted to let you know. Just wanted to let you know. I guess that's the case with a lot of animals, especially animals like that. Lemurine animals, I believe you call them. All right, I'll stop. I haven't decided what's going on with this guy yet. A lot of times, I've seen a lot of animals. I've been looking at a lot of animals kind of like in this family, and a lot of them have cool, like, little mini hair patterns on their hair color patterns on their faces. So I'm gonna do something with that. I think I'm gonna make this guy's nose a little more pointy. It's kind of like a bear. Nothing wrong with bears. I'm going to copy this to make a backup of it, just in case I mess this guy up. Which, you know, there's no real messing up. It's just moving forward. I've been debating since the beginning here to, like, I want this guy to look I want this guy to look kind of realistic. I like the idea of well, you know, that's kind of what I like to do, is make realistic paintings of crazy situations. I don't know how much I want to pirate this guy out. Not yet. I mean, I don't know yet. Don't know how much I'm going to pirate him out. I mean, maybe he's a pirate, but maybe he didn't go all in on the pirate thing. Maybe he He's like, eye patch, yes. Gold earrings, no. Yeah, yeah, Mikey, he is. He's holding up a Buccaneer-style sword in victory. But yes, he is. Holding up a sword. This guy looks too much like a damn bear. Now I've put stuff on this layer I didn't want on it. See, because I don't even know if I like the eye patch. And if the eye patch goes, then we'll see. I don't know. I just don't know how much I want to costume him up yet. And ores, yeah, maybe. I think that would be a perfectly reasonable thing to put in here, Mikey. The last painting I worked on for like 5 weeks, and I just don't know. Well, I don't know. I mean, you guys don't seem to mind if these paintings go on for a few weeks, so I'm not sure why I would feel the need to get them done quickly. I do get kind of tired of them after 5 weeks, but we're not there yet. Tired of them isn't the right word. It's more like they get to a level where if I'm going to spend any more time on them, I'm going to spend a lot more time on them. What am I even doing? I wanted to see if I could make his nose a little more snout-like. Or not snout-like, but something. A little more something. I think if I made it... My voice is cracking today. I think I might be going through my big change, guys. I might be becoming a man, guys. Why is it doing that? What's happening here? That's why. This isn't... All right, let me get my shit straight here. Try this one more time. Yeah, I'm looking at the references. Just got a lot of different styles of face. I'm just trying to figure it out. Hey, thanks, Mikey. Always good when you drop by. Their heads are more triangular too. Yeah, I'm tired of all these layers, man. What else? See you later, Mikey. Thanks for coming by, man. Talk to you soon. More petite nose, yeah, yeah. They got a little. That's what I was thinking. Just that like one thing about them is they have little tiny mouths. That's probably what makes them cute, even though their butts stink so bad. His nose is. But anyway, yeah, I'm working on it. Working on it. I got to get there in my own time, man. I got to get there in my own time. I also don't, I'm not using one type of animal. As we all probably know by now, it's lemurine. Not just lemur, but lemur-like. Yeah, it's looking right. It's looking more like a lemurine creature now, less like a bear. I should have never put this little fur in here yet, though. Not time for fur yet. Just trying to get this pad, maybe like a dark pattern around the eyes. Still trying to get used to the colors on this monitor. I've tried to recalibrate it a couple times because like I shouldn't have to go this far down to get black. I know that once I go to print any of this stuff, I'm gonna have a terrible time because like I shouldn't be able to get this close to black and for it still to be this colorful. Anyway, that's something I'm not really looking forward to when I start trying to produce prints from this Wacom. From paintings I do on this Wacom, it's going to be like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'll get used to it. I got used to it with the last tablet that I used too. But I would like to have a little more range, or maybe a little less range. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe, yeah, like maybe we do pirate him all the way out, because now that his face is like super cute or cuter like this, it'd be kind of funny to make him super gangsta or old school gangsta, like really old school gangsta, like the original gangsta. Okay, I'll stop saying gangsta. Yeah, Eva, it was looking like a bear, but bears some kind like what was I looking at? Oh, right. We were talking about the sensei from Kung Fu Panda, and he was everybody was saying he was a red panda, which is a bear. So it's like they're all kind of related. Animals are, you know, many similarities between them. Yeah, I'm gonna see what else I can do with this. Let's see. Might give him some more of this color around. Maybe his ears are that color. No, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna leave these. I might even actually make these brighter. I like this kind of bandit pattern around his eyes. I'm gonna bring that a little further along. Might do a little bit of this around his nose. Make his nose not so poppy. Then take this and give it a little bit of that. Make them feel a little more alive. Let's pretend that Captain Wheel's not there for right now. Wow, it's 8:30 already, huh? Now I kind of miss that Captain Whale when it's gone. All right, so here would be his butt, and then we'll do that. Be good if it was like this, maybe. What is all this? Gotta get just more cleanup. Oh, the eagle is soaring. All right. Let's do something about these layers here. Just save this too. Yeah, it did go fast. I'm gonna get rid of this for now. Not throw it away, but get rid of it. Cap wheel. This is front stuff. This is front stuff. Actually, I'm just gonna take this, put it here. All right, there's the whole lemur. Let's take these shadows, put them here. I knew that was going to take a minute. It's probably boring to watch, but it might have been a little more interesting to watch than just me doing something over here you can't see. That probably would drive me crazy. I'd probably be screaming at the video by the time it was all done. This is a lemur, by the way, in case you didn't know. They have really super long tails. Bright orange eyes. I might make his eyes a little brighter. That's what the most, well, you know, striking thing about them is they got the crazy orange eyes. I wonder what that's for. Is that to see real good at night? Maybe it's just, they just have kind of like light brown eyes. See that I lost like 3 people when I was screwing with those layers. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Part of the gig, though. I shaved off like a 2 or 3 week beard today. And then a little bit later, really kind of like right before the stream, I looked in the mirror and I noticed that one of my sideburns was like this long. And the other one was like this long. I don't know if you see that. But they were different. They were a lot different. Caught it just in time. Oh my God, I would have been so embarrassed. I bet you getting these ears to do something would help. And also, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do what I've been threatening to do and lighten these up a little bit. Same thing happened with my aunt's mustache. I actually, when I shaved it off, you know, I had some hair to work with, so I did shave it into a like see what I would look like with I had a mustache like that. And I looked at myself for like 3 seconds and yeah, laughed. Mustache, because it was kind of like it was like a cop mustache. It wasn't really a I don't know. It did not look very flattering. I guess I'll put it like that. I looked like a war criminal. I don't know what that means. What the hell? What's going on here? My ears. Let me just tell you. It's really hard to get perspective on ears when the head's turned to 3/4. Looks pretty good. Yeah, it was kind of a 70s mustache. It was like, it went like this, stopped like right there. Like right at this, yeah. But just for a minute. It was just for a minute. And thank God it's over. Hey Jonathan, what's up, man? Yeah, I flip it to see if things are off. And it works really well. Works surprisingly well. Work on a painting and look at it one way for a long time, and you just, a couple things happen. I mean, for one thing, your perspective can be off and you just kind of won't see it because you've been looking at it you've been looking at it forever. Just general mistakes, you can see them a lot better. And so yeah, it's a good trick to use. That's how I could tell that the ear didn't look right, or it didn't look right to me. It was crooked, or it was like over here on this front of his head, which is not where ears are, you know, usually. If you want to draw an ear, damn it, I keep drawing on that layer. If you want to draw an ear in a reasonable place, you draw it not on the front of the head. Also trying to get his body right. I mean, I don't know. Paintings usually get worse before they get better. That's the truth. I think I'm going to keep his dark feet. I kind of like them. And maybe he'll have dark hands too. What kind of hands do lemurs have? Of course they have crazy little hands. See, that'll give us a nice little crook. Nice little crevice for his that captain's wheel, that ship wheel. And I know it doesn't make sense for him to bring the ship wheel with him, but that's what I like about it. I think it's just funny for some reason. I think things are funny sometimes. And I just go with my gut. Okay, I'm just gonna merge down the sword layer because obviously I can't handle having two different layers. Eva likes it, thank you. I think it just adds something to it. Put the tail in there. Oh, the dark hands and feet? Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's something to it. And then I can use this color in his tail. This composition keeps threatening to make me have to adjust some sizes. Feels a little better to me. I don't know quite what to do, how to do this tail yet. I'm gonna hide it for now, some more. But I'm getting to the point where I need to have it in there, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to balance this composition and then all of a sudden put a big tail in it. Expect for it to remain okay. Dang. Thought maybe these colors would be too similar for my liking, but I'll do something different about it sometime later. This body's really looking like it needs a little bit of work. Yeah, that's a good idea, Jonathan. Jonathan said maybe the tail's like in the water like this. It might work. Eva said that. Eva, didn't you say that earlier? You said that okay, this would be kind of cool. I'm not saying I'm going to do it. But Eva, you earlier said that it might be cool to have him dragging the captain's wheel behind him. And then Jonathan just said have his tail dragging in the water. So what if his tail's got the captain wheel? I'm feeling kind of too lazy to do that. It might be a good idea, but when I think about doing that, I think inside. That's what happens inside my body. Did you say his tail, Eva, or you were saying drag the wagon wheel behind him, or the captain's wheel? I don't know. This is some food for thought. I'm not gonna do that this week. I think what I like about the tail going behind him is that it solves a problem. Like my first instinct is to do it like this, but it covers up everything going on in the background, as you guys probably saw. So dragging in the water, pretty good idea. But what I'll say about I keep calling it a wagon wheel. With the captain's wheel, for some reason I kind of like it like here. Balances the composition. It's like it helps with that. See, this is probably what your eye is going to do. You're probably going to start here, and then you'll probably go, whoa, whoa, whoa. And you can never leave the painting. You're trapped in the painting forever, like Dorian Gray. I think that's why I like the wagon wheel. Somehow it adds to that. Fills in a spot. And I guess I'm just going to call it a wagon wheel forever. It's a captain's wheel. It's a steering wheel. Not a wagon. Hi, Kim. How you doing? My other friend, Kim. An inner tube? Yeah, maybe. I think that might... I don't know. Yeah, maybe the tails pull in like a box of supplies or something. A crate of liquor. I keep trying to see if I can rough in this tail, and I'm like struggling with it a little bit. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna just kind of put a pin in all those ideas for now. They're good ideas. We've got 10 minutes left on the stream. I might spend a little bit of time kind of fixing his pose a little bit this week. So I have a feeling that's going to be a little bit of a tedious deal. And we'll see. What can I do tonight to bring this forward? I'm going to give him like really crazy orange eyes. I don't think his eyes would be this orange, but I'm trying to get those lemur eyes. All right, let's look at fire. I'm just going to Google fire. You may be thinking, well, why doesn't Dan know what fire looks like right at this stage of his life? Where's he been? Why has he been so sheltered? To that, I say, I have seen fire. And I've seen rain. Okay, I had to do it. I had to say it. I had to finish it. But yeah, it's good to look at a picture of something. Most of the time we think we know what something looks like. We probably do a pretty good job of drawing it too, of painting it. I mean, I knew it had orange and yellow in it, but your memory's just not good enough to really, really hang on to all the little bits and pieces that make something really look like fire. So are there some cool ones in pirate ship fires, or are you just Eva? Are you just trying to boss me around, or have you seen some cool pirate ship fires? Ghost ship warehouse fire. That's pretty cool. Ooh, we're getting some good reference for next week. It's crazy, but I mean, not crazy, but it's interesting. Like, it's interesting sometimes when you're doing these paintings. Something I kind of like about it, just, I don't know, just as a person who paints, it gives me like a little bit of a tingle, I guess. Oh, this is cool. Pirate ship fire pit. I lost it. Google didn't want me to see it. It's a conspiracy. Bill Gates did it. These are cool. I'm going to try not to rip these off. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, like this is like going to take up literally, 3 square inches of the painting. And it's going to be hidden behind a bunch of fog. I mean, I'm going to get even crazier with this fog, I think. But it's like, doing all this just to get a few strokes in there in the right spot. There's something I just kind of like about it. I think I like it because it's inefficient. We're like always so worried all the time about efficiency. Getting things done in the most efficient way possible. I like the idea that you can't be efficient when it comes to. Sometimes you just got to do the work. Getting all philosophical. Yeah, Eva, good suggestion. There were some cool pirate ship fires. All right, this lemur looks a little weird because he's missing an arm. But like I said, I'm going to think of something for that. A lot of ideas being thrown around. Thank you for all the suggestions and stuff. They help. I don't always acknowledge them because I'm like thinking about a bunch of things, but I do read them, and I try to acknowledge them. I try to give you, well, I definitely hopefully give you a shout out if I use the idea or use the idea to do something in the painting. Jonathan's lolling. I don't know why. I don't know. Oh, okay, I see. A peg arm. He could hold his tail out of the water with it. Yeah, that's another good idea. I can't use all these ideas. I like them. I like the ideas, but I'm feeling a little bit anxious with how many ideas are being thrown at me. It's nothing you guys are doing wrong or anything like that. It's nobody's fault. Just saying. A lot of ideas being bandied about, and I just see this painting. I see this being the last painting that I ever do. 130 years old, still drawing this painting, still painting this painting. Yeah, these are really good ideas though. So he's got a peg arm. He's got a peg arm. He's got a peg leg. He's got a tail that is carrying rum. He's holding his tail out of the water with his hook arm. Yeah, and also he's got navigation tools. He's got an astrolabe. I'll have to Google astrolabe now. Astrolabe. He's got one of these things. Yeah, we talked about this thing the other week, didn't we? Jonathan. He's got one of these things. It's helping him. I don't know what it would help him do. I know it wouldn't help me do anything. If I had this on a ship, if I had this on a sinking ship, I'd be like, I'm dead. I'm lost. I'm lost forever. This is kind of crazy that they use this to navigate. Did they really use this to navigate, or they just pretend like they used it to navigate? Oh, wow. It's got dates on it. May, June. So I guess you use... What if you had a treasure chest full of booty? Yep. He's got a lot of junk in the trunk. Is that even a thing that people know what it means anymore? I mean, I feel like everybody watching the stream right now might be about my age or within a few years of my age, but when you say junk in the trunk, do people still know what that means? Or is that like, oh my God, this person is the oldest person. Eva says, I think he's going to need a bigger boat. That's really funny. He is going to need a bigger boat. He's got an astrolabe in here. He's got navigation tools. He's got a treasure chest full of booty. He's got some of his toes are hooks and pegs. That's a really cool idea too. He's holding an astrolabe. He's holding an old shoe filled with a whole universe of other lemurs and living their lives. I like the idea of a peg arm. It's pretty funny. Okay, this is what an astrolabe was. Historically used by navigators to measure the altitude above the horizon of a celestial body, day or night. Oh, that's cool. It can be used to identify stars or planets to determine local latitude given local time. That's cool. So you set it to the time, probably the time of year, and then you hold it up to the horizon. And you can line it up with the stars, and even at night, it'll kind of tell you where you are. That's pretty cool. And yes, I will communicate all of that in this painting. Definitely. Need to make sure that the astrolabe that I definitely am going to paint in here in full detail conveys all of that. It's going to have all the stars in it. All the night stars. We need to determine what time of the year this is. So if you guys will think about this week. All right, we're going to get rid of that tail. That tail seems like garbage. That tail's old news. His tail is going to be doing so much more now. Let's see. I'm going to do a little with this and that. All right, so this is what we've got, guys, by the end of the night. I think we got a ship in here. We got him looking a little bit more like a lemur. I hope you'll agree that he looks a little bit more like a lemur now, or a lemurine animal. I got to adjust for the season and the year. All right, so we'll have to figure out exactly what day and time this painting takes place. And then we'll reflect that in the astrolabe. We got this guy looking more like a lemur, didn't we? And yeah, I think it was an improvement. I'm gonna work on his body a little bit probably this week, and we'll be back next week to maybe finish this up. I think we might shoot for finishing this up next week. And cool. All right, you guys, I love you. Thank you for watching. And we will see you next week. Remember to be nice to yourself and be nice to others, even though they're annoying as fucking shit sometimes. You still got to try to be nice to them. All right. Good night, y'all. Thanks for coming. It was fun.